finesse double E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On play action, Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Watson. Open man. Here's Schwartz, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They pitch it to Chubb, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They run it again with Chubb. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now it's Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 29, Allen looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. The York on now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
5 wide. Regular.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And the tackle by Balen Spector. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Bills, nothing. King York to kick off for the Browns.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 40-yard line. I'll pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Set.
21-0 our score after 1.
Score Browns 21. Bills nothing.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Watson going to try and run it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McKenzie. Finding space at the 40. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running off tackle with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Alert!
43-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Chubb running right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Allen now looks to throw. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Half 85, half 85. Half. Middle. Half 10.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this is Cook with the grab.
Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now Allen again. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Allen now on first down. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They run again on first down. Chubb, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Allen. It's caught at the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 47 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air. So now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs, 62 yards. And the Bills have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second down, here's Chubb again. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
They said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From his goal line here, Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it'll be 3rd down. And it should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. He's got room past the 30. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns 21.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Browns first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Kaiir Elam, he was the one that broke through quickly on that play and got him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Five yards remain on 2nd down.
All 52. 56, 56.
Here's Hines. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Allen now on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Allen. And that's complete to McKenzie. And they're going to get this up to midfield. As a quarterback, this is where you look for those instincts to really kick in and take over, right?
Yeah, you can't force it downfield because if you throw an interception here, the game could be over.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Allen. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Watson. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bills, It's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And now they'll get the short week as they get set to play at Detroit on Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, for the Browns, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.